Greetings and salutations, fellow Landsradians, the High Council, and to all of those beyond. Thanks for tuning in to another installment of Ebony TKR. It's the R5 Life with Leto. I am Leto the Second. R5 most of the time. Currently, yes. Oh my goodness, of the Landsrad on server 1964 in Ebony, the King's Return. This is a very special video. They all are, but I've been looking forward to this um, for quite some time. Uh, let's see here. I forgot to look back through my videos online. As a matter of fact, maybe I can do that now. Uh, and it won't take too long. Oh, hey, now you guys know my name. Check it out. Yes, my name is Jeremy for realsies. It's okay, what's in a name? Well, I mean, they're pretty cool and stuff, but nice to meet you. Um, please call me Lito. Because we're like in game mode, like it's our sort of our persona and or avatar. Let's see here. Okay, a long time ago, when I first started making the content, creating content on this channel, I was figuring things out and changing stuff all the time. I felt like a silly goose, but I finally kind of got into a groove and said, you know what, this is how it's going to be. It might be a little silly, but um, that's me. That was some good alliteration there. Well, it's just rhyming actually. Let's see here. Way back when. Let's see here. Not 3 months ago. Come on, come on. I'm scrolling back. This is important. Believe me, it's pertinent. Checking with y'all. Part 4 blazons, blazons, blazons. What to expect? Part 7, Part 5. Holy cow! I've got a lot of videos. Hmm. Hmm. I would say at least 3 months ago. All right. I'm not going to mess around with it anymore. At least 3 months ago, I had shown a video of um, reaching Monarch level 40. It was unprecedented. As far as our server goes, I was the first Monarch to reach Monarch level 40. And it felt really cool, not because I, had beaten everybody there and stuff, but I was just like, wow, I have gone into next 10 digits. What a neat feeling. It unlocked a really cool talent because you know me and what my bag baby is all about. When I got to level 40, it was here, our monster hunting talent, and it's a tremendous help for beating those big monsters. Okay, well, fast forward or get up to there it is. Oh my gosh, the current day. As a matter of fact, today, this morning, um, uh, I finally reached Monarch level 42. Sorry if you missed level 41 in there. It happened sometime in between. I don't want to go through it all, but that was also a cool moment because when I got to 41, I got to pick something that's going to that help tremendously. And this is exactly what we're going to focus on in this video because I'm preparing to go to keep level 40. And the plan is to do it tomorrow, as in February 3rd, 2026. I want to go over all of the construction buffs, construction speed increases, buffs essentially that I have found, invested in, and paid attention to for a very long time. And I want to encourage you, wherever you are in your Ebony life path, if you're not prioritizing construction, and research too, really do, but I want to focus on construction speed. Please do it now, because when you get into Cape level 37, 38, 39, and especially 40, you are going to be facing a tremendous amount of time as far as construction goes. And that's on a whole, not just, the keep, but everything. What I want to show you where you can find these construction speed buffs. They're everywhere. And I know you know of some of them, but I want to show you a little bit more. Okay, I'm going on and on. But irregardless, this is not a word, by the way. This morning I saved up all these Monarch XP books. My style, if you will, is to not use any Monarch XP. Okay, this is all I have left now from what I used this morning. And when I get enough of those experience books to make up for whatever percentage this is, check it out. 480 million is what I need to do now to get to keep to Monarch level 43. Whoo! Okay, it'll happen. Um, what I did up until this morning is I got this up to about 51%, and that was on a 380 million. That was 41 to 42. So whatever half of 380 million is, I reached there, 51%. And that was straight just killing monsters, rallying and killing monsters. I mean, there was no other way really that I can remember off the top of my head now. Maybe I did to get Monarch. And offerings every day. Monarch experience. I did a lot of work. It's kind of crazy to think about, damn near 200 million. It was actually over 200 million because I dropped down to 198 million. That was all I had left. Um, how would it be close because it was 380? Anyway, um, uh, about 200 million worth of experience points that I accrued just by killing monsters, rallying and offering a lot. 30 times a day because that's how much it takes to get my king's protection. Um, that's pretty wild because most of the monsters I'm slaying, even the most strongest as far as like legendary bear knights and stuff, I'll go up to B18s now comfortably if I have a junior march buff on. Those give much more as far as Monarch XP goes. So let's see here. Do I have any reports? Any saved reports? It's been a little while. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um, um, let's see here. Okay, so an B18 gives 8,500 Monarch XP. Check out a level 60 mirror. 3,500. A level 60 mirror actually does more damage to me. Check it out, 1 million and then 700k. This is an 800 million power monster. The level 60 mirror is a 722 million power. There must be something sort of a passive buff or something on the mirror that just uh, 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 withstands my debuffs and stuff. But 3,500. That is paltry. It's less than meager. It's pathetic compared to a B18 that is weaker, being 8,500, a full 5,000 Monarch XP higher. Now, that's normal. All event monsters, Hydra, blah, 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 they just give less Monarch experience. I don't know why. I don't care. Maybe I should write something like, can you fix this disparity here? It's a little frustrating. All right. But regular boss monsters, okay, regular boss monsters, see pans will do 3,500. I mean, that's kind of how high it gets. They do get up to 45, I think. No, yeah, we'll just stick with that, okay? Um, that's how much it took. Thousands and thousands and thousands of these monsters, almost exclusively 3,500 Monarch experience at a time, and yeah, about 200 million experience points. And then today, this morning, I was like, boom, I want to do it. I want to hit this. I've been trying to get to Monarch level 42 forever, and I sure did. Look at that zero there, and I've got a 42 there. And you know what? Oops, shit. Okay, hold on. This will pop up over here. I know, this is cool. It's all leading to what we're doing. Check it out. I'm gonna do something here too. Is it gonna pop up there? Boom! Nope. Actually, that was another thing I was going to talk about. We won a server war. We won our first server war, my friends. And I happened to conquer the other server's throne with the help of the Landsrad. Check it out. Boom! There we go. Isn't that pretty? It was really neat to see. Really fun. Oh man. Monarch level upgraded. Lido the second, level 42. Woohoo! Monarch talent point. Yay! Thank you. I know. Anyways, it felt cool because then all of my generals are able to level up. I needed to level up to Ren because he's part of a covenant. Anywho, they can go up to 42 now, and that is significant as far as an increase in strength. All right, so that happened today. It's like meant to be, supposed to be. because when I got to Monarch level 42, I, like I showed you, unlocked another skill point into here. So instead of it just being, what was it? I think 2% or 2.5%. I don't know. I put another one in there to make it 5% increase. All right, 2 out of 4. What? That's really going to be awesome when it gets to the next one, which is 10%. It seems like things are doubling there. So this is a significant benefit. You're like, oh, that little percent, what the heck? Why is that one of the talents here way in these levels? Well, like I said, when you get up this high and you're working on stuff within your keep, check it out. To go to keep level 40, at least right now, I do have a lot of buffs active right now, and I'll show you, but look at the days that we're looking at to go to keep level 40. 14,622. Okay? That's how many days it's going to take. That is quite a bit. I don't know if you've ever seen that high of a number as far as any sort of construction goes. But I'm telling you, when you get up to this level, 38, 39, 40, that is a normal thing. And if you don't have just an endless well, a bottomless pit of speed ups, it's going to be tough to meet that need. I want to show you what I have done, what I have found, what I have invested in, certain things, techniques, and everything, hidden gems as far as bringing this number down. We will bring it down in this video to see how far we can get. However, I won't be able to use all of my construction buffs. And I'll show you why later. And then tomorrow, when I record a video to go to keep level 40, you'll see everything in action as far as the construction speed buff that we get. Cool? Cool. Monarch level has a lot to do with it. Here we go. Let's see. We're kind of starting here officially. On a side note, we ended our server war yesterday. It seems like in ancient history now. Um, and we won our first server war. It was unprecedented. It was just a surreal feeling. Um, I happened to win the server Monarch competition too. I just it was insane as far as what we were able to accomplish. The server Monarch competition, I won mostly because of this score here. 6,102,000,000 because the last 2 days of the server Monarch competition is kill enemies, and I killed a lot of enemies, and we had to, and holding up defense when we conquered their throne. They were formidable opponents, a lot of fun, a nice group, a passionate group. We learned a lot, and we had a ton of fun together, duking it out, and it feels real damn good to win these things. Super cool. Thank you. I love it. Wow, I even got one of those. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that. Let's see here. Conqueror rewards. A march, old school march, Conqueror avatar frame. I couldn't believe it. It just treasure chest popping up everywhere all over the map and stuff. It was just nuts. So all those of you out there that haven't won a server war yet, hang in there, keep playing, keep plugging away. Hopefully we're learning something in here together that's going to help you really improve in buffage, and just enjoy every moment of it, because it will happen. It is cool. And to win with class and dignity, and congratulate the other team and thank them for all that they gave you, that they taught you and stuff. So yes, boom, we won a server war. That's awesome. Oh man, and it even unlocked a seat in my Senate. I never had the leading senators open because these are required to win the server war and store this many points. Well, We got one down, so we unlock that, and hopefully when we win another one sooner rather than later, we'll get one there. Anywho, that helped tremendously in, improving where we are now as far as gaining a lot of items and benefits to bring me to Monarch level 42. I want you to take a look at this, because if you look here at this first line of talent, level 2 here, right? You see this free construction thing? This this is this is an interesting benefit. Let's see here. And it may be a little confusing. It may not be at all, but I just want to touch on it. Increases the free speed up time on their building and upgrading by seconds. Okay. If you notice, you only need to bring your construction time down to a certain threshold. And once it passes that, you can just hit free. All right. That's the free speed up time. You increase the amount of seconds that that climb, and when maybe you started at 45 seconds and then it climbs up to 2.5 minutes or something like that. Then when you hit 2.5 minutes, boom, you can get free. This skill is more helpful, I think, at the beginning of your Ebony life, because you're saving on speed ups. There are lower construction times, thus this free speed up time is you hit it faster and you use it more often. All right, but once you are getting up into the 14, 15, 16, especially here at level 22, you want resources critical all the time. You need to go back and reset these things, maybe even earlier, because this offering, when you're not in PvP, is the most valuable. You want to get as much help as you can to increase your Monarch level, and what offering is going to speed things up. An extra 20% on top of your offerings, okay? You want this. All right, so be careful, and once you get up into the higher keep levels, stay away from free construction. It is really no benefit to you whatsoever. Okay, and then if you go down the that's just my 2 cents. You got to understand that this is what I have found, what I have used, and for you and what you find and what you make your own, I support you, and I will never say, oh my gosh, you're using this one. No, heavens no. If it's like doing something for you, because we're all in different places in our Ebony life, plus we all have different means. um, uh, yes, by all means, go for it. And mind you, all of these things take a significant amount of time, an investment of time and effort. If you're able to spend here and there, that will help a little bit, but you'll find that even if you spend a lot later on, it's not going to do everything for you. You got to be smart. You got to think ahead. All right. And I'm hoping to help with some of that, or at least shine light on some things. But I am no expert, I guess you can say, but I sure have a hell of a lot of fun, and I and doing well for the most part. So I want you to do the same. Anywho, going through these talents for your Monarch. Hopefully the music and the keep isn't too bad. I adjusted the volumes and I've gotten some feedback as far as turning that off. I didn't want to turn it completely off, but I think we're in a good spot. Gallery boost, hostile strike, blah 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 blah. Do 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 do. Boom 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 boom. You'll find that there is nothing as far as talent goes that's going to help you with a construction buff. All right, your construction. What do we call it? Increasing your construction speed, except until you get to Monarch level 40. Okay, keep that in mind. Monarch level 40 is when you're going to get access to a construction speed up. That's perhaps a long way away. All right, but thinking about thinking about level 40, as far as your Monarch level goes, you might do some things differently as far as prioritizing getting as much Monarch XP as you can. Where's a good place? Well, we've got the Hydra going on right now. 2 days of the Hydra. Hydra are the only event monster and one of the only monsters you see a lot that give Monarch XP, plus all the other stuff too. It's great. slay as many hydras as you can, level ones to, whatever, however high you can get. Get as much of that Monarch XP you can, and then they also give Wheel of Fortune chips. They're my favorite. Can't wait to get back out there and slay some more. But that's just one little thing. Monarch experience, beef it up. I like to keep my Monarch level 1 to 2 levels above what my keep is. Now I'm at 39, I'm at 42, I'm 3 above. Tomorrow's a special day, and I hope that you enjoy it as much as I do. 40 and 41 is going to get you this extra 5%. Boom. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to write these things down because perhaps now 5% sounds quite, what's the big deal? I don't think anybody's really, everybody I think really understands that 5% anywhere in this game makes a huge difference. So 5%. Okay. I'm going to kind of keep note of how much I have for the sake of adding it up at the end. All right, I've really gone at length to about Monarch level, the experience, how important it is, and when you finally get an advanced increased construction speed. Okay, boom, there we go. Our Monarch talent. Most of us, we should, and it is always good advice. And the first advice, more than likely that you will receive, where are our buffs? We could call this the second part of our buff series. How do I work on my buffs? Have you heard of the Academy? Have you heard of a little bit of research, perhaps? You're going to be spending your time in here, and you should. Okay, this is a wealth of increase in strength and defense and all kinds of stuff. Okay, your advancement. Let's take a look at advancement. Do we have anything in here? It's been so long. Builder allows you to buy 2 more building slots. Okay, cool. Thank you. Failing acts. Construction. Here we go. Increases construction speed. Probably a lot of us have that down already. All right. Max that out and you get 10%. Let's see here. Pickaxe, gathering speed, furnace mining, typography. Ooh, increases speed of researching. That's cool. Some of these I forget. And that's advanced construction. We got a 70% there. All right. Okay. You don't have that maxed, go back and go for it, okay? This is the advancement you've got access to a lot of this rather early on, so get on it, get on every single one of them. Um, you're going to get to the point where there is nothing else to do besides going into these ones that you might have put off for some time. Super typography, super construction. Holy cow, we got 100%. So our advancement tree in the Research Academy gives a whole hell of a lot. Let's see, 195%. Okay, right? No, 185%. All righty. Defense. Is there anything in defense? I don't think so. All right. Defensive, the super cooking, that's good. You want to reduce your troop upkeep. Why would there be anything in here if it was advancement right before it? I just want to double check, okay? General revival, blacksmith, stockpile, engineering, fortification. Weird groovy there. Military. Construction doesn't play a role in that. As far as the skills therein, advanced compass, it's coordination, sorry. Increasing the march size. Okay, let's go to medical aid. It's purely medical. Side note, if you've got a light of server war skill available, you need to max that out ASAP. Nothing in recovery. Military advanced. Nope, this is all, excuse me, buffs and debuffs that you want, you must get. Oh boy, it gets expensive. So, save, save, save. Oh, that was our recovery. Defense advanced. What do we have here? It's defense. We got, ooh, Academy level 40. I still have some things to do in here. All right. In order to get there, though, I need to get to level 40. Look at that, 171 million gold and all that time. Ooh, and I even got some more light of server war there. That's exciting. Oh man, it's gonna take some time to level this one up after I go to keep 40. Okay. Disarray, senior concreting. This is HP for your walls and stuff like that. So there is no construction buff in here either. All right, that's everything there. Offensive and defensive mastery. We can't worry about that for a long time. But your Research Academy is always a wealth of goodies when it comes to strengthening yourself defensively and offensively. But in our first tree advancement, We've got 185% as far as our construction goes. Plus the 5% that our Monarch XP give to Monarch level 42 plus those two skills in advanced construction. We are now at 190%, okay, as far as our construction buff goes. Where else do we have construction buff bonuses? Well, I have made a big deal about the ideal land for a long time. I've done a number of videos on things. I like to highlight the ornaments. And they might seem like small increases and perhaps not worth it. Or you see and believe how valuable they are. I have always been a well, what's the word? A proponent? No, I wouldn't say that. I have always been an advocate for the ideal land. It's just fun too, because you get to decorate it and stuff. But upgrading your ideal land increases your construction speed. Here is another construction speed buff. I am on level 4 as far as the ideal land goes. Okay, that is high, I would say. It's significant compared to perhaps a lot of our ideal lands. At least when I come across other players in server wars and in battlefields, there are fewer of us that have a particular score when it comes to our ideal land. And I'll talk about that here momentarily. But at level 4, I have a construction buff of 17%. Ideal land, 17%. Okay. When it was level 3, level 3, it was 12. Level 2 was 7. Okay. And when you open it up at the very beginning, you dig all that stuff out, 2%. That's great. Thank you very much. Ideal land, my friends. You start at level 1. In order to get there, you have to ask friends or alliance members to help um, uh, dig things out of the ground. Okay, sorry, my earrings are doo doo doo. And once they do that, you can build it. If you build it, they will come. The construction buffs will come. And you get to level 2. Okay, it's been a long time. I believe when you clear it, you have to get a certain amount of points in order to upgrade to level 2. And the points come from the ideal land ornaments. I don't want to get too deep into that, okay? This isn't about upgrading your ideal land, but understand that it takes an investment of the gold commemorative coins, time accruing those coins, and buying and or redeeming ideal land ornaments in the voyage to civilizations that happen during these special events. Okay, level 2, I believe you needed 500 points for an ideal land to get to level 2. Okay, boom, goes up 5%. And then to get to level 3, I believe you needed 1,000 points. Don't quote me, somewhere around there. Okay, that's significant. And because every ideal land ornament is worth 50 points. Okay, and you can upgrade them, but they're only worth 50 points until you get to like level 7 or 8 of the ideal land ornament. There's a way of going about it. Like I said, not going to talk about it. 1,000 points or so, maybe 1,500 to get to level 3, but we're increasing exponentially as far as our construction speed goes. And I know for certain, I know for certain to get to level 4 of ideal land, you need 2,500 points in your ideal land. And you have a nice 17%. Ideal land level 5, bam, 22%. But in order to get to ideal land number 5, you can go to your fame quest. And I think it's domination. Let's see here. Platinum City. Yes, ideal land architect. Get to level 4. No, let's see. Upgrade ideal land to level 5. Okay, in order to get this fame quest, unlock some goodies, and then the next level of construction buffs. And did you also saw, right, the all troops HP attack and defense? It's buffage, man. It's buffage. Okay. Go back here. Let's try and upgrade it, right? Oh, I need to get to ideal land level 4 or 5. 5,000 points. That's a lot. 50 points an ideal land ornament. Then you got to buy multiple to upgrade them. It's significant. It takes time. Commit to it. It's worth it, not just for the buffs and stuff and the buffs from the ornaments, but also this construction speed. Okay, it will help tremendously. I've got 2,960. I can get more, but I don't want to right now. I'm waiting for specific things. But not a lot of players that I come across, and perhaps you too, have, you know, 2,000, 2,500, or almost 3,000. It's nothing special or anything. I've just paid attention to it and I've invested in it on a regular basis. And now at the tiered Monarch competition, we have a chance of getting those more often because of the lottery chest that they give. Okay? So, ideal land, I'm getting 17%. Go check yours in the detail to see what you are getting, and then maybe you focus on that some more too. Boom. We good so far? I think so. All right. I love this. It's fun. We learn a lot. Okay, level 9 farm. We're going there. Hey, JB. Right here. I was just asking to here. Hello, I will come soon. Okay, great. Okay. Sounds great, my friend. Okay. So, there we are. Now, is there anything in the Council of State? No, that's purely for troops and stuff like that. I believe I have looked into it. Okay. Ooh, our triumphal arc. Do we have anything there? This is battlefield. Okay, a lot of stuff. Reinforcement rally capacity, reinforcement capacity in the battlefield. That's cool. Those are different things to get. And mind you, all of these things take a lot of time, a lot of resources, and speed ups to build. So all of these construction buffs are going to help us tremendously. Our barracks, our crafting, let's see here, hospital, let's see here, nothing as far as producing materials. Are there any construction buffs in our cards? There are not, at least that we have come across yet. All right, but we do have art treasure. Is there anything with art treasure? Let's take a look. Siege, city mounted, in city. Nope. When attacking, those are specific in troop HP. There's troop capacity there, which is interesting. Training speed, march speed. Oh, nothing there, but some speed. There are speed ups to many things. Ah, subordinate city construction speed. Okay. All resources, extra resources, increase all resources, and attacking ground. So we don't have any construction buffs in the art treasure, in the cards, and the general halls. You won't. They just redeem prizes. Okay. But a lot of buffs in there too. Now, I did a significantly. I had a lot of fun with the last video, the most recent video I did on spiritual beast seals and other spiritual beasts. Okay, a wealth of benefits there. We'll count how many construction buffs we are getting in there. All right, but mind you, I got some great advice from Big Daddy Dank Smith, where it behooves us to mention how long and time consuming, I don't want that to sound negative, how long it takes to upgrade these things. All right. It didn't happen overnight. What I showed in that video was, months and months and months of time. Um, but knowing what to pay attention to and stuff like that, that's what I'm trying to make clear for us. All right, let's see here. Corey, I need to get more. Really? I already brought the 15. Wow. Getting to level 42 is good. Let's see. 15. Let's do another 15. Do, 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 do. I like to have a preset for my gatherers. It's so much easier that way. Let's see here. Since we don't have any PvP and I can do things on the fly with the barbarian forts, I got rid of one of my offensive marches for the sake of easier. Oops, there was one right next to it. Easier time of getting my gatherers out. Boom, done. Okay, so we looked here. Okay, spiritual beast seals. Let's count to see what we have now. You might not have as many as I do. Like I said in the video before, I have acquired all of them except for Kong and Godzilla. All right, and I have invested in many of the seals up to at least level 20 to unlock a bunch of extra buffs and debuffs. But we want to focus on these particular seals here, okay? Some of these will give you construction bonuses, all right? And let's keep in mind what level these are, okay? So, construction speed, we've got 3% here. Let's say beast seals, okay? We got 3%, all right? And that's a level 5 in this one on Pegasus. Nope, nope. Und nope. There probably will only be one, of course. Okay, march speed, load, resources, in-city gathering. Construction speed, 2% here. Okay, and this is a level 4. Okay, I haven't done a lot I've done 27 here and only 22 on the nine-tailed fox. Our siren's only 22 as well. You drink of water here. Do they all have? So this, the siren does not have construction speed, so there is our first one without it, but nine-tailed fox and the Pegasus do. All right. Mm-mm. Construction speed 2.4 on Chiron, 2.4% on Chiron, and that's level 4 as far as the beast seal goes. All right. 2.4. Here we go. Let's look at the Thunderbird. All right. Not there. Okay. Nope. Nope. Did I see? Okay, here it is. We're at 22 on the Thunderbird, 2.5% on Thunderbird, 2.5. Hopefully I can read my handwriting after this. Okay. Chimera. Nope. 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 None on the Chimera. That's all right. We forgive you. We love you still. All right. Construction speed 2.4 on Nandi, 2.4. Okay, a lot of these are level 4 because not many, it turns out, I don't have at 27. Okay, 22 is a good number though for me. And uh, um, it may or may not be wise to do all of these each time. You're not doing anything wrong when you prioritize the ones that you need most. All right. These little things I forget to mention because this is just how I approach it. And I want to thank Big Daddy Dank once more time for reminding me to clarify. Like you're not doing anything wrong. Prioritize what you need. That's the best thing you can do. All right. This is just how I like to approach it. It's a suggestion and it's worked well for me. All right. Let's see here. Boop doo. Come on. Resources, gathering, construction 2.5. Look how many construction buffs we're getting here in our spiritual beast seals. All right. All right. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I hope you're enjoying this with me. I mean, we're just seeing those numbers climb. I'm just really kind of really excited to see how much we're going to discover because I've never honestly counted it. Okay. Construction speed 2.5 on Otso. I'm running out of room here. That's not 25, 2.5. Okay. Dunier, gathering. Construction 3% there. Okay, so some have higher than others, even though we're at the same as far as the seals go. Oh, well, this one's at 5. That's why. The other's at 4. Okay, but they still might vary a little bit, and that's okay. All right. All right. 1.8 Cruz Malos. I'm not going to be able to do this math very well. Bear with me. Okay. Uh-uh. Do. Okay, so it doesn't look like our Rainbow Crow has any. So we have reached all the ones that I have, and they are going to get higher as I upgrade my seals more. But we've got 3, 5, 7.4, 9.9, 12.3, 14.8, 16, 17.3, 20.3, and 22.1%. 22.1% is what I'm getting for my spiritual beast seals. There is a good, nice chunk of um, construction buffage, construction speed bonus. So far with our talent, our ideal land at level 4, and our beast seals, we have 190% plus 17, 207, and plus 22. So 229.1. We're at 229.1% as far as construction speed buffs. All right. Our This is probably one of the biggest deals, and what it can take perhaps one of the longest amounts of time investment and some luck and maybe even some financial fiduciary investments. Okay. Civilization Treasure. Civilization Treasure. I have done a number of videos on these and I have plugged these all the time. They are such a massive, integral part to your success, to your growth, to your saving of precious materials, and to gaining so many different things. A plethora of buffs therein. Civilization Treasure, okay? There are 7 different kinds, all with varying own to activate buffs in them, meaning you just have to own it. And as it levels up, these things are always active, but you equip them, and there is an extra benefit to them as well. You can only have one at a time, okay? I always have the Imperial Seal on when I'm doing nothing else because it makes training troops in the subordinate cities 17.5% faster. I want things working for me while I'm not here. All right. Globus Cruciger, anything there? No. No. Training speed? No. Gathering? I know which one it is. I'm just going through stuff. Research there. Tooting comments. March speed. Here we go. Mask of Agamemnon is the civilization treasure that you want to, you know, increase as much as you can. All right, they have increased the level of the civilization treasure and how high they can go. Forgive me, it's in one of the announcements way back when. I think it's somewhere around 11 or 12, something like that. And it used to be 5 before, then it was 8. I'm at level 6, and I know I've got many more levels to go. This is just, oh shit. Okay, that's just a little aside. Okay, so this takes a significant amount of time and items to upgrade. You need the fragments of this particular treasure. They come in treasure boxes. They're those fancy, pretty looking boxes. Okay. Um, and once you've got to get the certain amount to compile and or upgrade the next piece. I'm on level 6. I want to get to level 7 someday, but it's going to take me 4,850 fragments. That's a lot. Takes a lot of time, especially since there are 7 different treasures. And each time you open a treasure box, there's a random percentage for each piece. Thus, hold on to as many as you can and open them all at once. Okay, so you can get a whole bunch at once. Don't open them as you go unless you need one more piece to level one up. Just hold on to it. Open them all at once because you're not going to be able to upgrade it anyways. Maybe, perhaps. Go look to see what you need to do. Maybe you can upgrade it because just haven't gone in here to check. I don't know. I've done that before. There are all kinds of things to get distracted by and to look over and or pass over because our inventory is full of stuff that we don't know or we just can't use yet. But early on, earlier than later, I can't quite remember when, the civilization treasure opens up to you. And it is tremendous. Some good information here, okay? So I need to equip this in order to get my construction speed bonus. Keep that in mind. Before you do any construction, don't click construct because this won't take effect after you've hit, start constructing. Why? Because when you start construction, it's got the time dedicated to it. You can't cut down on time after you've already started it. You understand? Okay, I'm gonna remove this here for a moment and say use that. If I go to my art hall and I upgrade it, and if I click upgrade, it's 1,834 days, right? Oh man, I clicked up. I meant to put on a Mask of Agamemnon. Oh shoot! Oh shoot! Oh shoot! Here we go. That's not gonna work. You've already started it with the time that it's gonna take. You've got to have this equipped before you begin construction. Super, super important because this 30% is going to help a lot. So 229% plus my 30%, we're at 259.1%. This is me. This is what I've been able to reach. All right, by paying attention, by specifically focusing on these things, and that's what I'm encouraging you to do. Do not neglect these things when you do any work and or upgradings because it will save you in the long run. When I first started playing this, I knew about these things and I saw them, but I just like I've got so many speed ups, it doesn't matter. And it didn't matter a whole lot in the beginning because the cost wasn't that high as far as time goes. But very quickly, all right, and as I got further into my Ebony life, I realized how much time, how many speed ups I wasted because I had not been putting these things on and utilizing them as I upgraded. It was foolish. I purposely did not because I didn't think it was a big deal. But now I look back on it, I can't even begin to think of how much time I threw away out of hubris, out of this idea that I'll be fine because I'm not fine now. I am now because I'm much smarter about it. But I want you to approach this. I want to encourage you to approach this with the mindset of I am going to have all of my stuff, resources, everything last as long as it can. I'm going to make it go further because I'm paying attention to this. I'm being careful and thoughtful before I do things and not be in a hurry. Mask of Agamemnon, work on it, upgrade it, save up your treasure boxes, okay? Just in case you're it's not coming to mind here, treasure boxes, okay? Boom. Treasure box. That's what you get these fragments from. Boom. 14%. Last time I upgraded these, I saved 23,000 in my inventory. 23,000 treasure boxes and then opened all of them at once because that's how much I needed as far as each piece goes for each treasure based on the percentage to kind of guarantee myself to get some of them upgraded. It worked out great, but it did take a long time. Okay. That's where you get those fragments. You will love it. So 30% there. Anything with our subordinate cities? No, you will not get any construction bonuses from your subordinate cities as far as them contributing to the construction of, oh my goodness, shame on me. Those of you who were listening to me, you guys were like, guys, people were like, Lito, what are you saying? You're a dingus. Yes, you are. All right. Check this out. If you can get your hands on a Europe subordinate city, any degree, all right, common, uncommon, excellent, legendary, and epic, you will get a construction bonus. Main city construction speed. Now, this is my default city, so meaning this will always be the same culture as my keep. And I'm Europe because it gives me a mounted troop attack bonus. All right, and I think even a monster like March to Monster, yeah, March to Monster or something like that. Don't quote me on that. Forgive me. So, this epic Europe city, it doesn't matter the level. I have this to level 39 and I can't get it to 40 until I get my keep to level 40. Okay, but when it's an epic level, you get 15% main city construction. So 259 plus 15% is 269, dude, plus the 5 is 274. 274.1. Okay, that is radical. Then it gives other bonuses too. Now, when you start to create historic city spectacles, there will be more buffs there too. Time, it takes time, a little bit of luck, and sometimes a little bit of cash. Here is another Europe that I have, another Europe epic city with an additional 15%. That's going to be 289er. 289.1%. Now check this out. I have begun to build the historic city spectacles in here. All right. When you build the windmill, Europe, you get general experience for monster kill. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. What this is really about is building more of these to get the group cluster bonuses. March speed is actually a great buff, a great attribute. When I get 4 of 4 though, ooh, 15% attacking mounted troop. Yes, please. Okay. I have the church, which is next, and that gave me a mounted troop attack. What is after that? The theater. Stone production. Does Europe boost stone production? Boom. When I do, if ever, get to the the arena, okay, theater is going to cost 12, so I need to get another city and then break it down to a key. And then after that, once I do that, I have 5 left, ooh, and then another 15. So I need 2 more cities. I need to win 2 more European cities in order to get this construction speed. That's 15%. I don't have it yet, but potential. Okay, another potential for 30% on both of my European cities. This one here is attack all across the board for mounted, and there's the cluster there. So yes, your subordinate cities, depending on the culture, will contribute to your construction speed. Now, what if you just went out and grabbed a bunch of European cities, irregardless, not a word by the way, of the quality that they are? You could use them and then dump them. You could in order to give yourself a better construction bonus. You know what I mean? You got to be careful because when you leave a city, it might be open or you got to pay attention to it or whatever. But you could hypothetically go occupy a ton of European cities. There are blue ones on our map everywhere. You could get 10 blues, and each one of those is going to give you a construction speed buff. So use it, then dump it, and get back into your other cities. This is just a suggestion, but it might help. Okay. So I have 2, so that's 30%. America does not have any. We're not going to look at the spectacles because they're not going to help us there. I don't want to go into this right now. Arabia, China, Russia, Korea, Korea, 2 Koreas, China, 2 China, Japan. Okay, so I have 2 Europes, thus I get 15% buff there as far as construction speed goes. Maybe that's going to steer you in a particular direction as far as that next epic city you go for it. Europe, at least on our servers, are in high demand and they usually get a lot of bids on them. So heads up, 1964. Okay, so traps, prison. Our shrine. Do we have anything in here? We double production, prestige, and expedience. The king's protection is just defensive and stuff like that. I do not believe we get any construction bonuses in here. I'm not going to dig any more there, so let's not worry about it. Oh, by the way, how are we doing here? My fellow players on all kinds of servers are gobbling up resources. They must be going for K40 as well. All right, all right. Wow, I've never seen those really go that long without any bids. Okay, so I love you too, honey. Of course, of course. Oh, oh, shit. Huh? Oh. All right. So, moving on to the next thing. The tavern, do you have anything here for us? Ooh, this is really neat, and I don't know how rare it is, and I don't know if it's something that you have experienced or received yet. I should change this. We got we got The Last of Us on here to start a playing. I don't want my son to get all freaked out. You know, I'm just going to turn that off. Okay, so citizens. All right, it's an interesting mechanic, dynamic, so on and so forth. Oh, for the love of Pete. Oh, thank gosh. Okay, it's an interesting beast. All right, an interesting thing to tackle. You get a free draw, okay, every day from the tavern to recruit. All right, there'll be a little red dot. You've seen it. Recruit citizens, and then you recruit once. Yada yada yada. if you get an epic citizen or an epic level, whatever, the counter starts over, but you're guaranteed an epic one on the 50th draw. It's like most things when it comes to the drawing and or percentages of getting whatever item are and such. So if you look at this, all right, use the citizen recruitment, yada yada chance details. Look at this. Epic citizens, less than 1%. Okay. That is very low. And then there's fragments because you ascend them like you do generals and such. Those also have a small percentage, but not nearly as small as 0.95%. So this, go to the well every day. All right, and recruits and recruits and recruits. I don't know if these are the ones that I have. Let's see here. They just are all lit, dog. Uh, Victor. Look at the probability of getting Victor is 2.26%. Architect Victor. If you've got Architect Victor, you need to invest in him for the benefit of the construction buff. Okay? You saw that his percentage is real low, and there is only one of him. It's just Victor. There are no other victors. There are no other architects. Okay? If you look at this here, none of these are architects. They're epic citizens, a lumberyard, iron ore, stonesmith. All right, we've got research. All right, all kinds. We got the farmer. Why are the farmers old fogies? I don't know. All right, and this guy, he's our one architect. So I don't know if it's always only ever going to be 133 out of 136. Okay, because everything else is full. Whatevskis. And there's my Victor right there. You put him in the warehouse. Okay, that's where he does his duty. Duty means poop. And what? You can every day purchase under the gems up here, items here, special here. There is a citizen recruitment ticket option. Tickets, please. Every day you can purchase 10 citizen recruitment tickets. Okay, this is expensive as far as gems go. All right, saving your gems up, for other things might be more prudent, more of a might be a better idea for you. But maybe investing in your citizens by with these recruitment tickets is what you should be doing right now. We're all in different places. I do this every day because I can afford to, based on how I am able to earn gems throughout my regular gameplay. All right? That comes with time, with Tim. So I get all 10 for 50,000 gems. All right. And I usually stockpile them. If you noticed in my recruiting, I have 23. I could do 10, but it's not going to go past the 50 because it resets when you get something epic and you're guaranteed epic here. So what I want to do is get to epic faster. Therefore, I wait for the free recruitment to get these last four, so 4 more days, stockpiling more tickets. Tickets, please. And then I go 10, 10, 10, 10 to get close to epic again. That's what I do. Check out this citizen recruitment sale. Huh? You can't use coupons on this. Look at that, 65,000% return on your investment. That's one of the lowest, if not the lowest, return on your investment in any package, but it might be worth it. Another 10 tickets, please. Okay, plus a lot of really good stuff. Not as much stuff as you would get elsewhere, and you can't double it or triple it. Okay, doesn't say it there, but believe me, you can't. And you get it one time a day. I don't know if there's another package beyond it. I don't know. Maybe you do, but keep in mind, you can't double it or triple it, but citizens are worth investing in. I support you. Now, let's take a look at my Victor. Sorry to go so lengthy in there. I just pretty much went into a whole spiel about citizens. Why am I back in there? Let's see here. I'm going to click up here. I do have Victor. I acquired him a long time ago, all right? And One thing that you get when you go 10 recruitment tickets at a time are these medals, citizen medals. These are your general experience book, your Monarch experience book, if you will. You need citizen medals plus fragments, okay, of the particular citizen in order to ascend them, increase their stars. It's just like general fragments, and this is basically a citizen blood of Ares. You feel me? If you want to prioritize construction speed and increase your buffs there, which is what we're all talking about, Victor, once you get him, hold on to your citizen medals and wait for these fragments to come. And whenever you get them, upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. It takes a while. There are 4 different stages. Okay, this star here is going to start at stage 0, and then stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. And then after stage 4, boom, then you max it out. It's basically 5 bars like the blood of Ares goes, okay? Increases the free speed up time on your building and upgrading by seconds. Plus 180. This is 1800 seconds, okay? That is not going to increase anymore. That's reached its max. All right, we're not going to count the free construction time in our percentage here. We are going to count the construction speed overall. All right, I right now am at 17% or 18%. I think 17, and it's going to go to 18. The next time I go, I upgrade. Increases free speed up on your time building, upgrading 900, 1200, boom, boom, boom. So each of these levels has climbed to this 1800, and there it stops. These are not stacking. Got it? These are not stacking. When you get into star level 1, this is what you're getting. You get into star level 2, this is what you're getting now, not this and that. Star level 3, this, and so forth. We want to get him to star level 5 because you're going to get the biggest buff for your construction speed. Increases the free speed of time by 18 seconds, construction speed plus 15% here. And why does it say 17% too? Because they have a base percentage buff of 2%. When you first get Victor, he'll come with a 2% construction speed. Make sense? Got him to 4, I get 15. His base 2%, boom. Thus I get 17. When I get to this stage 3, we go into let's see here. When I finally get to stage 5, we're getting the best, shebangs. Stage 4, stage 3 is going to be 18. Stage 4 is 19, and then that last one is going to be that last 20. 20% is what you can get. I have 17 right now. 289 plus 17. That's 17. 296. 296.1. 296.1% is where I am right now. This is significant, all right? And I hope this is interesting and illuminating and is shining some light on some areas that you might not have thought of and or noticed, okay? Victor, invest in him. I highly encourage it. 17% is a tremendous amount. This takes time. It takes luck. You're going to need to get those recruitment tokens, tickets please, multiple times at 10 times a day, which is an investment of gems, okay? It's an investment of gems. This costs time and it costs effort and it costs resources, all right? But there are options for you and it can be very, very much worth it. I was hoping to get him all the way to 5 stars before I went to K40. Alas, it's not going to happen. Maybe I might get lucky with some fragments tomorrow. Tomorrow's the big day. All right. So that is our citizen. That is where we're getting some help as far as construction buffs go with our citizens. All right. Warehouse, that's groovy. Nothing there. All right. Military Academy, no construction buffs here. Wisdom Dome, no construction there. None. None. Marketplace. Marketplace. Anything here? No, I do not believe so. Okay. Nothing going on within the marketplace as far as any sort of buffs to construction go. Sorry, I gotta look at stuff. I got outbid, outbid. That's normal. Everybody has bid on resources lately. I don't know. I usually get a whole bunch as far as just like, oh, I'll bet on here and here, and they come my way. But that's all right. That's all right. Oh, checking these things here. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, so we've done that. We've pretty much touched base on every building. All right, every mechanic as far as the things they're in, civilization treasure, our epic cities, or just the Europe cities as far as construction goes there. Okay, shoot. You know what? I don't think any of these are going to give. That's research, healing, bonus from offering. That's a good one. Training speed. Main city warehouse capacity. All of these are quite specific to what the cultures buff anyway. So I'm not surprised to see that there aren't any more construction buffs in these cities. Cool, 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 cool. Now, here we go, which is going to be very unique and very specific to what you've been able to acquire, how lucky you've been in certain events, and how much money you might have invested in this game. Officers. Duty means poop. Duty officers. All right. We want somebody performing duty. No, not going duty in there, performing their duty. All right. On in our buildings. These positions open up at various levels of your building. Okay. I think what I can remember is that the Holy Palace is the building that requires the highest level to get someone in there. And that's level 36. Okay. I have it at level 37 because I haven't had to level it up again. I don't need to. I don't need more capacity and everything. And it hasn't been a requirement for any other construction yet. But I couldn't get an officer in there until it was level 36, I believe. It's not going to tell us here. Damn. Okay. But doesn't train horse feed. Okay. So keep in mind, duty officers can only get in there at a certain time. They have to be 5 stars and they have to be a certain level. But increasing their stats, increasing their power will contribute to their class, their class of their officer class. There are a number of them. I'm sure you have come by this. Duty. If you click the actual building, it will pull up the requirements for each uh, um, officer level. Okay, junior Steen, politics 500, leadership 450. You look at your politics and your leadership of whatever general you have. Any general can be in there. It does not have to be a duty officer for the keep. If you don't have one, if you haven't found one yet or acquired one, you can use a general you're not using. You just have to level them up enough and get their stats up to these levels in order to serve as a junior, medium, senior, special, and the highest is super. Okay? Politics, leadership 1450. You're going to need to be in the mid to upper 30s as far as your general level and your monarch level goes, because your generals can only go as high as your monarch. And you only need to cultivate them a lot. Probably 60, 70, 80, maybe 100,000 gems worth. I don't know. It goes quick when you quick cultivate. Okay? And it keeps the cost down overall. But you want them to be super level. You do. In order to do that, you'll need to equip them with some stuff. Okay, you equip them to bring their power level up. You put them on duty, and then you find them in your menu and you unequip them. Once they're on duty at a super level, you can take the equipment off, and they'll still keep that super status. All right, but look at all of these levels and what buff they offer. I, yes, have super, keep officer, Thus, I get a 30% construction speed bonus. That has now put us over 300%. 300, 3%, 296, 325.1% is where we are. Okay, now that's just because the officer is at a super level. Doesn't take into account the officer themselves. All right. I happen to have Hera. Hera is the best officer in the game for the keep. Okay. She is the best. I acquired her through the stockpile tickets. Tickets, please. The stockpile tickets event. I saved up all those free ones over the course of however long, and little by little here and there, I purchased a package of $5, $10 when I could. And those get those stockpile tickets, and I finally saved up to 1,800 of them, and I got Hera. I wanted her. I needed her. She used to be available through the Grace of Star Trail. She used to be the general there. Now it's Themistocles. But I finally got her. I'm so happy. She is the best keep officer. There are three specific keep officers. We're just going to focus on them because they are the ones that help construction. Let's take a look at her. All right. Hera. Hera all by herself without any specialties or any clothes, I mean, gear. You're going to see this shining, all right, when she's in the keep. That means she's doing her job. She's getting the best benefit. Her skill is active because she's performing her job. She's satisfying the requirement. Click that. Clickety clack. Increases your construction speed by 15%. Plus, she increases troop attack and defense by 50% and reduces enemy range troops. She is amazing, all right? She is the best with just that skill than an ascended Mershikov or whatever. We'll look, but look at that. 15%, 340% times plus 0.1. That's her main skill. Yes, you want it. Now, let's look at her specialties. Nothing there. Nothing there. Oh, now this is genius level. So it took rune stones, all right? We've got what? 500, 1,000, 3,000, 8,000. It cost a lot, all right, of rune stones and gems. But it was worth it to me. I wanted it because not only do I get march speed bonus, and you'll see what the next skill is, but massive construction speed bonus, 360%. 360.1 is where we are now with that maxed. I'll show you what it looks like on the keep officer that you can get in the tavern, the the non-coin or free to play, if you will. This can be non-coin as well. It just takes time to save those tickets. It's nice that we get 60 free tickets please, every 11, 12 days. You know, I'm not going to depress you by doing the math as far as that going into 1,800, but you can get this officer for free. All right. So 20% there. Boom. Her last specialty, the Aegean Guardian. All right. Look at that. Attacking mounted troop and ground troop attack. I love her. She's awesome. I needed her. I need that. Okay. Construction speed 15%. Another. We're at 375.1%, my friends. Okay. That is awesome. That is awesome. That is Hera. That is my keep officer. She's super. She's got a skill. Oh, and I have some officer's gear on her. All right. Does that have anything? This one does not. All troops attack and training speed. The consul's tunic. It's still awesome to have. And there are great attributes here. There is a synergy set. I have no idea if that will ever happen. That is an insane investment and or stroke of luck and or whatever, what have you. But let's click them. Okay, there are no construction speed bonuses there. Oh my gosh, this whole dynamic here is wild. I don't think I'll ever see it until I become the greatest ebony YouTube champion in the world. No, I'm having fun, but it'd be great if it blew up. All right, so we got that, yeah? Let's take a look at the officer that you can get in the tavern. You can cycle through and have a very good chance of getting this gentleman here, Menshikov. Okay? He's a duty officer, expert at being officer. Thank you for your duty. What? He is the keep officer. When the general is the keep officer, the construction speed in your city will increase by 20%. That's great, right? That is awesome. Hera was 15%. So he's better, right? Well, there with the speed, yes. But Hera is beefing troops up and stuff like that too, okay? If you ascend Menshikov, which is easier and far cheaper than doing that to Hera, you can get an additional 10% in there. But that's a lot of bloody Ares, and that's, you know, a lot of fragments to collect for, I think, a relatively low return on that sort of investment. Okay? Greedy Marshal, that's a funny one. So 20%, pretty awesome. So let's see here, range troop defense. This is subordinate city mayor. So you can use him as a subordinate city mayor. This isn't applying to you as the keep officer. Pay attention to that language there. It's significant. All right. We have a construction speed here. I have 4%. I didn't want to go any higher than that because, like, you know what? I'm going to hold out because I don't think I'm going to use him all the way until the end. But veteran is 1%, 2%, 4%, 6%, 10%. A potential to have another 10%. Okay, if you max out that specialty. What? The last one is just a straight up construction one as well. 2, 4, 8, 12, 20. A potential extra 20%. So Menshikov could get you 20, 20, and 10, 50%. And if you choose to ascend him, an additional 10. So potentially you've got 60% of a construction bonus there. That is significant. You could have Hera and keep her there for PvP and all the stuff, but when you want to do some construction, you switch out Menshikov, who you were able to, for free, just over time, max all this stuff out, and he can be your plug-in, unplug construction guy, because he will have higher construction speed than Hera, because sending her costs a fortune. You do you. That's a lot of extra work. And maybe you just want to do Menshikov because you're never, you're not thinking about ever acquiring Hera. That's totally okay. Totally okay, my friends. All right. But this is how I'm rolling. I've shown that you can do Menshikov. You can manually refresh, 50 gems. Let's see. I bet you he'll come up. Wow, things are laggy here. Let's see. Let's see. Come on. Come on. Get lucky. Hernando, no. Get lucky. Nope. Jack. I want to see an epic historic. Nope. I'm totally just wasting gems here. I don't even care. Here we're with you. Come on, it's Spartacus. This is laggy right now. Things are real. All right, that's the last one. I don't want to do it anymore. Somebody should have come by now. That was really discouraging. I have good days videos on that. Okay, so Menshikov you can get in there. He's going to be tremendously helpful. You'll want to level him up and get him to super status as well. He is the bottom tier. Hera is the top tier. There is a middle tier general for the keep. Okay, did you know that? Their name is Ashoka. Now, Hekate's secret ritual has a prize in here, which is a new one and it's awesome. The Carnival Officer General set, all right? There is an officer chest that looks like this too, but it doesn't have as many of the generals in there that this Carnival one does. If you happen to win this, you get to choose the officer therein. Boom. Okay. These are phenomenal, phenomenal officers. These are normal ones up here that you get in this officer general chest. But look at this. Jiang Xia, he won't come into another one. Pericles, all right. These are very, all right, Heraclius. These are very, very rare and powerful. Justinian the First, Stephen the Great, Michael the Eighth. Clovis the First. These are tremendous, tremendous officer generals that basically the only way to get a hold of them is through getting a carnival officer general chest. But Jiang Liang is the rally officer. Okay. To the top of here, Ashoka, who is the other keep officer. They are in this officer general chest all the time. All right. But this is a significant investment of time and/or money, perhaps sometimes. You can get it for 1,300 stockpile tickets. Tickets, please. I recommend saving up another 500 to get a better one, but you do you. Maybe this one, a lot of people will espouse just doing this one because they're just fine as well. And that's true. That's true. It's all preference. Okay. Now, he's the Wise Emperor, increased range troops attack, so an extra one on top of, no construction here. Let's see. Any there? Any there? 10%, 10%, 20% buff. That's maxed specialties though. That's a lot of gems, a lot of runestones. You're not getting a construction bonus on Ashoka at all from their main skill. That's a bummer. You've got to ascend them to 3 stars in order to get that. That's going to be 30, 60, 90. So 90 plus 90, that's going to be 180 fragments of Ashoka in order to get them to 3 stars, which is 20% construction speed. I don't recommend Ashoka. I actually recommend Menshikov more so than this one because of the overall construction buffs, bonuses, and he's easier to ascend. Okay. Yes, range troops attack by 20% is great, and reducing ground troops by HP is 15 is great, but that's not applying to him. That's not applying to him. This one is. See how it says applied to keep officer? These ones don't. That means you can use him in the field and he's going to get these bonuses. But you want him as your officer. Range troop attack at 20%, construction speed there. I don't like this general. I stay away from him, but that is your other option as far as the keep officer goes. This is significant. It took a little while, but I wanted you to see where these very specialized duty officers are acquired and what they can do. They matter as far as your construction speed goes and what their class of services. You want super keep officer. All right, now take a look at this too. Detail. Generals, free levy, levy amount, resources, total food. Oh man. Support levy. I swear, and I thought perhaps that as you leveled your keep, you got a buff, an extra buff for construction too, but that's not the case. It's resources gathering speed. All right, all right. Okay, so other things do improve there. Cool, great. Duty officer, officer itself, into the keep, more construction buffs. All right, we've pretty much covered all of our bases as far as what's in these buildings, the buffs that are offered from there, where we can find construction ones across the board. It's going to vary by where you are in your ebony life and journey, if you will. All right, but my hope is that you see these things and you're like, all right, I'm gonna go for that. Yes, it's time to rock. I need that bad. Okay, so. I promote getting as many construction buffs as you can get because you will need it. I want us to see how this is going to plummet. 14,000 days, 14,622 days. I want to bring that below 10,000. How are we going to do that, Lito? Well, let's keep looking. We have all these other buffs being applied right now. So this 14,000 days is already decreased by 375%. Look at your keep level and see what that number is. All right. Mine would be even higher had I not gotten all of these buffs everywhere. Hey, do you have the Celtic demon dragon? I hope so. All right. If not, keep working for it. Find out where you got to get your pasture and get them. Why? Because they have a special talent. Yes, we've got our Dragon Howl, our Lava King, which is all this awesome ranged buffage. Look at the Occult Fire. The Occult Fire, I think they might have raised, so sorry, the 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 level cap on the talents. There was an announcement. Before, the first two used to be 100, capped at 100. Okay? I think they're 120 now or something. They used to be capped at 100, and the last talent was capped at level 60. You need my help, bud? Oh, yeah, yeah. I'll be right back. Thanks for being patient. Sorry about all the extra noise. I love you too, buddy. Occult Fire, all right? That last talent. You got to get your dragon up to level 10, I think, in order to activate that one. I forget. You might be able to find it because yours might be a little lower, but your dragon does have to be at a certain level in order to unlock or activate a talent. Occult Fire is extremely, extremely valuable because when you activate it for 8 hours, an 8-hour length of time, you get a research speed and construction speed buff bonus. Okay. Mine is at level 45. Why did I stop at level 45? Look at the cost here. 60.5 thousand. Okay. 60,500 gems, 280 dragon crystals, and 175 dragon source fragments is what it's going to cost to increase this one more level. Once you get to level 45 of this skill, of each of these skills, the cost of gems, crystals, and source fragments skyrockets. Absolutely skyrockets. 50,400, it was somewhere around 10,000 or 12,000, which is still a lot. But that's how much it cost going up to level 45. Once you got to level 45, boom, it added on like another 40,000. These are expensive. That's why I stopped at 45 because this is significant. Look at how much it's going to increase, just 0.2%. 60,000 gems, 0.2%. I don't want to do that. I don't know if I ever want to do that. But I do know that bringing my construction speed up to 16.3% is tremendously helpful. 375 plus 16.3, let's be 308, let's see, 16.3. Oh, 16.3. Okay, so that's the 385, because that's the 10. You add 6, 398, 391. Uh-oh, 391.1%. Okay, what you will need to do, and this is why we can't see the time of the construction actually go down. We will tomorrow. We will tomorrow. All right. Because I don't want to activate this. Once you activate it, go here, go to active skill, and here your dragon skills pop up. It's going to cost me 6 dragon source fragments to activate it, and it will last for 8 hours, and there's a 24-hour cooldown period. You use it, you get it for 4 hours or 8 hours, and then you can't use it again for 24 hours. If I use this right now, I would myself tomorrow because I need it active tomorrow, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. But I will decrease my construction time by 16.3%, or increase my construction time 16 when I activate this tomorrow and do my construction. All right. 24-hour cooldown period. You can only use benefit from it for an 8-hour period. It's different for each skill. Dragon Wings, training speed and healing speed for 8 hours. Dragon Spirit Ring, okay, 8 hours for this one too. When you go to your Sacred Dragons, oh shit, sorry, you want to stay in here. Active skill, Sacred Dragons. I don't have these leveled up very high. These are only 4 hours long. So the greater the skill, the greater the cost. Greater the power, greater the responsibilities. Not really. But the costs are significantly different when it comes to, regular dragon and or sacred dragon. Keep that in mind. But Celtic demon, their occult fire will increase your construction speed. I've got mine at 16.3%. That's pretty awesome. I didn't know if you knew that. Now you do. You activate it through active skill. It lasts for 8 hours, but there's a cooldown of 24. Okay? Now the cooldown doesn't start until the 8 hours is over, I think. So this is a significant amount of time that you don't get to use it again. Use it wisely. Use it wisely. The reason why I keep saying this is going to happen tomorrow, just to touch base on this, since we're not going to use this thing, we've got some other things to look at. It's crazy. I hope you're following me. We'll put chapters in this so you can go to what you need quicker. All right? This is how in-depth this gets, though. All right? And what? You will benefit. All right. So tomorrow, now we are in the tiered monarch competition, right? Did I get anything here? No. Tiered monarch competition. Any auction house? Sorry. Oh, people, nobody's letting me win those, and I want it. I want it, my precious. Oh, somebody already bid on it. I'll never do more than the minimum. Okay. Auction, Hypnos. Almost time to fish again. Jesus Christ. Tiered Monarch competition. Today is general enhancing. Okay. Well, it looks like they updated it here because it was kind of glitchy. Today is general enhancing. Guess what tomorrow is? If you click competition support, you can see the icons of what each day is. So far, it's been the same one every day, the same order. Okay? Today's general enhancing. Tomorrow, we see this mallet here. City development, baby. City development. What do you get points for in city development? Construction and research. All right? With this particular tiered monarch event, I believe you also get points for using refining stones. Okay? I believe so. But tomorrow is city development. Thus, I will be upgrading my keep from level 39 to level 40 tomorrow because it will help me in the tiered monarch as far as placing high and getting goodies. The rewards are fantastic, ranking rewards. 99,000 gems, a ton of blood of Ares. You've seen it before, okay? Now, it will help me there. And what? Do you saw how many resources, how much this costs in resources? I count what it costs the most. Ore is going to cost the most, and it's 62 billion ore. Okay, so I basically say it's 62 billion of each resource, even though it's not. 62 billion. That is a significant amount of resources, and the time is significant as well. And the construction power and I think the speed ups are what get you the most points. Now I'm going to cut down on time, so I'm going to get less points because I'm cutting down on time, but I want to save time. That's a lot. That's huge. I don't expect a lot of other people, perhaps, knock on wood, to do that much as well. So that's why I'm doing it tomorrow for the tiered monarch. But the reason why I want to do it tomorrow is A, because I have enough resources. B, this 11-day event, did you notice? Valuable event here, resource consumption sprint. I was waiting for the resource consumption return, consuming returns. I was waiting specifically for this event because I'm going to be using about as many resources as it takes to do some construction. Therefore, I have a very good chance of placing high in this ranking. Okay, I have no idea how high. I don't know how much that is. I don't do the math. But these rewards are fantastic because these are fantastic to redeem and they're permanent. You save up to them. And each round I'm getting a return of something. So I'm getting hundreds of millions back for using billions and billions. I mean, of course it's not going to make up for what you've used, but you're getting a bunch of stuff back for a huge investment. Timing, your construction, your research, your upgrades, everything like that. We have the trial of knights right now and super feeding, saving everything until now. It's up to you to do it whenever, but if you do it at the right time, you will reap a lot of rewards, and that will help you progress faster, survive longer, get stronger faster. I mean, being patient in this game really pays off. All right. Plus, it gives you a lot of time to save up for this stuff. This is good stuff. Tons of resources. Oh man, you've seen it. Oh my gosh, that vitality is going to be just killer. And it gets more each time. And then you get these coins, 20, 20, 20, 40, 60, 80. I'm assuming I'll get way up there because this is so much. And then if I place high, say 80, and I got 480, okay? Let's say we do really well. I got 480. And I already have 185. That's 580. Jose says 665. I'm well on my way, almost halfway to a nice conquest civilization scroll chest. All right. Ooh, check this. Here's the military strategist. Here's the one where you get Hera. All right. Let's see here. Where are you? Where are you, girl? Oh, goddess, you, Hera. This is the chest with the best officers in it. It says military strategists. They're duty officers, but they're military strategists because of the buffs that they give to troops and stuff. My resources used to compete in the tiered monarch during the competition or during the consuming event for resources gonna pay me back 2 or 3 fold and earn me some goodies to redeem some really good stuff. That's why timing things is a big old deal. See, stamina. No one let me give it. All right. Those are the construction buffs. We're at 391.1%. We've gone through so much. I'm not going to recap it, but the last thing we did was our active skill. Oops, our active skill of the occult fire. Okay. And we are now at a total of 391.1%, including officer, their class, all right, and equipment sometimes. Let's look here now because there are some very interesting things about a general that you may or may not have. Well, I remember when I first started playing this game, there was like a beginner special, like, hey, check this out. We have the adventure mode, right? And there are only a select group of generals in the adventure mode. Minamoto, all right, Scipio, King Arthur, Athena, all right, Cleopatra, Ludwig, and Sappho, right? I know Sappho, I'm trying to be dramatic and stuff, but Sappho, do you have Sappho as one of your officers? This beautiful muse here, hmm? You either acquire her through saving up 30 of her fragments from Battle of Zama chests, okay? There are specific historic general chests from Battle of Zama. You get fragments. She's a very small percentage in there, so save them up so you get more of her back. Otherwise, you're just going to be getting King Arthur all the time, okay? Sappho was only available early on and now only available once you pass a certain point you can't get her because you're done with adventure mode, so on and so forth. But why am I talking about her? Well, check out her skill. This is lighting up. Why? Because I own her. Now, I don't own her like a man owns a woman. That's horrible. I own her as far as her general on my roster. Just because I have her, her skill is active. What's her skill? Increases the free construction speed up time by 25%, 25 minutes. She gives you a nice 25-minute chunk. Hey, you're going to finish earlier. Here's 25 minutes for free. That's pretty cool. March speed by 10. Wow. Everybody's getting check it out. Construction speed by 10%. She doesn't even have to be on duty anywhere. You just have to own her. You can't dismiss her, get rid of her. You just have her on your roster and you're always getting 10%. We are now at 401.1%. 401.1%. Now I earned enough fragments through Battle of Zama over however many months that I was able to ascend her to 6 stars. I have increased the free construction speed by an additional 2%. No, the construction speed by 2% and the free construction speed by another 15. So I'm getting 40 minutes of free construction speed. And I'm getting an extra 2%, so that's 12%. I keep writing these numbers over each other. 403.1. Okay? 403.1, that's just by having this general. Very, very unique. Increases in-city troops attack by 10%. That's when she's the general in the main city defense, okay? She would have to be on the wall as assistant or the main general with whoever you have, and she's not strong, not as strong as others that you could have. But you do get this construction buff by owning her. See, it says when you own the general. And it increases every time, it looks like. Sappho is worth keeping. She is worth upgrading. You will love it, and you will get good construction buffs from her. Does she have anything here? Nope. None of her specialties. But I thought that was so cool. It's so unique, and it's hidden in there. It's a hidden gem. Maybe you didn't know, and now you do. All right. That officer, or just that general, I have her as our market officer because, I needed to put her somewhere, and I don't have an actual market officer, so why not? I like her. There she is for me. That is a very unique deal as far as that general goes, just by owning them. So far, as far as the generals I have, none of them contribute to construction just by owning them. Some of them do give me buffs just by owning them, but nothing for construction. So that special tidbit and the hidden treasure of Sappho is so cool. I hope you have her. You are benefiting. Now, we are going to get into the last bits, okay, of the buffs construction bonuses. We're at 1 hour. Let's see here, 1 hour, 42 minutes. Okay, last bit, last. There are a number of things, a lot of things that you can win. You can acquire by placing in certain events. All right? Castle decorations. They're not permanent, they're temporary, but they are so useful and so impactful. I highly encourage you to wait until the right time to use them because they only last so long. Now, if you're always placing high and you're always winning them, you could potentially keep them permanently because you're refreshing the 14 days is usually what it is, okay? 14 days. Right now we have the Arctic Barbarians. The Arctic Barbarians have a prize here, Fort Frost. This is a huge help and an integral part to saving on construction time. Have you seen this castle? Skin? Clickety here, or you might already have it. I have a couple of them just sitting in my inventory because I don't want to activate them because their timer starts and I don't want to lose it. I want to use it when I need to. Tomorrow's the day. Fort Frost, my friends. When you own it, meaning you select it and activate it in your inventory, It becomes owned and you get a gathering speed of 10%. When you use it, meaning you equip it, you're getting a construction speed bonus of 15%. This is the castle decoration. If you have it, you want to hold on to and equip it. Put it on when you do your construction. We are at 403. You will get an additional 15, 415 point or 418.1%. Okay? That is Fort Frost. Guess what? There are other castles, decorations that will help you, that you win in various events. Want to take a look at them? Maybe you have them. I'm going to show you my inventory, what they are, all right? And then we're going to wrap this up here. It looks like around 2 hours, okay? Sorry it went this long, but you needed to know all the stuff. If you didn't, I wanted to share it. It's a lot of fun. It's so in depth. There's so much to get. It's the right time for me and maybe you to use it. It's huge. That is Ebony for you. It is deep. All right. All right. Items. Go here to all. I have a number of castle skins hanging out in here. Look at that. I got 2 desert palaces. This one I acquired through the Desert Bandits or Solomon's Treasure that happens every, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks. Okay. And the Desert Palace, does it give anything? Well, let's look. Might be hard to see for you, but it says own to activate construction speed 6%. What does it mean, own? Well, since it's in my inventory here, tomorrow I'm going to press use and it's going to equip it, but I'll have to take it off because I want to put Fort Frost on because I need to use that one in order to get 15%. This one is just own. So when I use it, it activates. Thus, I'm not wearing it, I'm not using it, but I'm still getting a 6% construction speed bonus. 418, we're at 424, 424.1%. Now that's just me because of how I've leveled things up, but a lot of these things you perhaps have, okay? And it's exciting. So boom, just by using that 6%. Do you see if you use that right after you get it, you might not benefit from it completely, but this has got some good stuff in city mount defense, so on and so forth. It's up to you, my friends. These are just suggestions, and these are things to point out so that you can get the best return, save the most, get the most out of anything and everything. That was the Desert Palace. There are more things to find. Bear with me here. This was a reward that I got for winning the server Monarch. Are there any benefits here? No, it's just pretty. It's just cool. It says, hey, check it out. I got this. All right. And I might activate that someday. It's neat. Top 1 player of the winning server and server Monarch competition can get. I might just hold on to it because it's like a special memento. And what? It expires after 14 days. I don't want to lose it. All right. What else do we have here? Ooh, this here. Look at these. I got a few more castle skins. Here's the Fort Frost. We already looked at that. I'm going to activate it and use it to get that 15%. I'm going to activate and not use the Desert Palace to get the 6%. Does does the Sunkissed have anything? Has stuff, but do we have what we need? No. Sunkissed is specific to gathering speed. All right, that's nice. I don't really see when is a good time to use this other than right away because you get bonuses to troop attack on monsters, march speed to monsters. That's great because when we're not in, server war, or maybe even during all server war, we're going after monsters. So Sunkissed is a good one as far as the buffs go towards monsters. All right? If you wear this into Huns, it's not going to do anything for you because you don't march in there, you're not marching to monsters, and you're not attacking monsters. But it looks cool, so you do you. Say that way too much. But I want you to do what you enjoy most, what you're most comfortable with, what looks cool to you, what feels cool. All right, I just want to shine some light on some different methods or ways that you might benefit from. All right. So the desert or Sunkissed does not. No big deal. I've got one more. What is this? Lagina. All right. This is a ranking on Hecate's moon. Hey, we've got Hecate's moon right now, don't we? Boom. Right? If you're able to place and rank here, it looks like I'm fifth now. All right, some big time shooters here. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm in fifth place right now, and I could still potentially get another 14 days of this castle skin. Is it going to benefit us? Let's take a look. Notice that I'm holding on to it, right? I haven't used it. Hmm. Hmm. What does that mean, Lito? Are you gonna benefit from this? Let's check it out. Where are you? All right, Lagina. Boom. Once I activate it, once I use it, I then own it, and I gain an additional 6% construction buff. We're at 400 for myself, 430%, 330.1% total of construction bonus buffs. You want to save 431% when you're in the 20,000 days, right? Saving 431%, on 2 days, or on lower amounts, or saving 5% on one day, not the biggest impact, but 5% on 1,000 days is much larger. 431%, good times. Now, this is something that very few have. All right, but there are more buffs, and a lot of them are usually associated with castle decorations and stuff. So this is a rare requirement, and it's not accessible by everyone. So keep that in mind. But I will show you what I have and what I will benefit from because of what I have and what I have done in the past as far as investing in the game when the means were there. I have two of these, okay? I have got the Divine Shelter Pilgrimage and its twin, Divine Shelter Prayer. Notice, own to activate, construction speed 10%, 440%. This was important to me because I care very much about my alliance, our players, and our growth and our fun. These buffs are super important because I rally all the time for everyone, for myself, and I get a huge, huge buff to my HP and my defense for mounted in a rally and a 15% mounted troop attack, no matter what I'm doing. Doesn't have to be rally. This is monstrous. It's why I got it. It's helped tremendously. 10% construction bonus. Its twin I use for PvP because it's defending group and mounted troop attack plus 20%, their HP, and their defense. It is a huge defensive bonus, which makes my keep very, very powerful as far as defense goes. And I get another 10% there as well. 450.1% is where I am. You may or may not have all of this. You may not have access to some of these things, but now you know where they are and you can focus on them. And that's what this is all about. Okay? There are many, many other castle decoration skins activities, okay, that have construction bonuses, okay? The Sphinx Castle, 5%. Pyramid, nothing there. Ah, we already saw the Desert Palace. Fantasy Capital, oh, Sunkiss we saw. You can go through this and look all the time. All right, and there are buffs everywhere, and who knows, the next time you might be able to have access to this, you pick it because it's got construction or whatever. Miracles, my friends. Do I get a bonus here? Okay. This is purely towards, what do you call it? PvP stuff, okay? And attacks to monsters as well. But my sacred domain, no, what do you call it? Construction buffs there. Mm, All troops attack Norway Ridge. These mythicals by, leveling up your dragon to a certain level. It's fun to just look at this sometimes. Oh, some of these things, rally capacity. No constructions there too. Go look to see what you have, and perhaps there are some things you are missing out on as far as these construction buffs go. All right. As far as what I have upgraded, what I have access to, all that I can remember right now, I have covered with discounting, buffing my construction time. I can't believe I forgot this part. And maybe you were thinking the same thing. This is maybe the biggest, the biggest thing that you need to pay attention to from the very beginning till the end of playing this game, whenever that happens. Your Monarch gear. I cannot believe I almost forgot that. 155, 1 hour 55 mins. Monarch gear. Gonna go out with a bang here. Monarch gear. Your crowns will give you the time buffs for each of our tasks. Always, always, always equip the correct crown for the task at hand. Research, trap building, training, healing, construction. Okay? Monarch gear. You must use it. This is one of those things where, it's not a suggestion, or a, hey, you do you. It's like, use this. You've got to. All right? If you're not doing it, please start, because as you get further in, you're going to look back and say thousands and thousands of time of speed ups I threw away because I didn't take the time to change my Monarch gear. All right. I have spent a ton of time leveling these up. Okay. There are a number of ways. Okay. One of them, if you've got millions and millions of gems, you can buy level 1 components for 200 gems apiece and purchase enough of them in order to compose a higher quality. Okay? Ooh, it looks like 15 is the highest. I have level 10 on a lot of these. All right? And that wasn't by purchasing all the small ones. Wheel of Fortune, equipment chests here, and there, and saving them and opening them all at once. My construction strength count is at level 10. Go look to see what yours is. Go click compose. See if you can make any of them a higher level. All right? You can go look here, or you can click it there, and if there's a green arrow pointing up, that means you can upgrade it to a higher level. You go to compose and you upgrade it. My level 10 strength crown gives me a construction speed bonus of 71%. That's 500 and 50, 521.1%. 71%. That's why I was saying this is probably the most important. This is level 10. This is level 10. If you're at a level 1, work on it, but you're still getting a 5%. Then 10, 15, 20, 26, 33, 41, 50, 60, 71. Level 5, 6, 7 even, huge construction speed buffs. Monarch gear, Monarch gear, Monarch gear. Equip that, equip the civilization treasure, equip everything, activate everything before you hit that begin construction button. Okay? The upgrade. Don't forget, I've forgotten before and kicked myself because I spent 4,000 extra days on something. It's okay. It happens. That's Ebony. Let me be the one to make that mistake because I was just in too much of a hurry. Take your time. Take your time. equip everything, double check it. Make sure that it's all ready. You're ready. Double check that this number's going down, right? 14,622 days. 14,622 days. 14,622 days. 14,622 days. 14,622 days. I just equipped 100%. 14,622 days. I just cut it down to 12,429 days. 16,426 days. 16,426. I cut off 4,000 days, over 4,000 days by equipping my Monarch crown, Strength crown, and my civilization treasure. 4,000 days of, of time. That's how powerful these items are. Tomorrow, in combination with this, we're going to add 16% from our occult fire with our Celtic demon skill. We're going to add 12% from 2 castle skins that will activate, and then 15 more percent from a castle skin that will wear. So 16, 12 is 28, 15, we're going to, another 30 something percent is what we're going to cut off of here. I don't think we're going to be able to get down below 10,000, but we sure as heck are going to save damn near 5,000, if not more days when it comes to constructing keep level 40. And it's going to be cool to see, and I'm glad you're going to be here with me. Perhaps as the day goes on, as the night goes on, as I prepare for this, I will find some more things that will help with the construction time. But 521% is what it looks like as far as what I got from all of these things, investing in them, paying attention to them. By the way, as your market gets higher and higher in levels, you will have access to level 4 Monarch equipment. Look at that. Level 4 Monarch equipment. If you ever see Monarch equipment in the black market and you've got some extra gems, get it, because those make a huge difference. All right, a huge difference. That 4,000 gems I just spent to buy enough blue ones, level 1 ones, I would have had to spend probably, I don't know, 20, 30, 40,000 of them, 40,000 gems in order to get one of these, let alone two. So this 2,000 gems here is saving you at least 10,000, 20,000 gems in buying the smaller components before. That's just a quick side note. Okay. All right. Where was I going with that? I got sidetracked. Our Monarch gear. Tomorrow we're going to go into keep. We're going to open a bunch of inventory. We're going to look at how much I have in resources altogether. Oh man, I'm going to do some math tonight, some numbers to see how much it's going to cost, and I'm going to give a rough look over everything. I have not opened stuff in months and months and months. I don't even know how much I have. I'm scared. It's going to be crazy, but I'm glad you're going to be here with me. It's going to be an auspicious day. It will be recorded. It will be posted. It shall go down in the annals of history. Um, I am just so grateful for y'all, for your, the time you spend with me, your time that you spend with me with these videos. Um, it means the world to me. You are valuable. Your time is valuable. Your energy is valuable. And I am totally honored that you would share that with me. Tell your friends. Share the good news of Leto and Ebony. I'm no wonderful guru, expert extraordinaire, but boy, howdy do I have fun. And I know a couple of things. Come have fun with me. Let's figure some stuff out together. Like and subscribe, comment, thumbs up, all that jazz. Thank you for tuning into and being a part of this community. Ebony TKR. It's the R5 life with Leto. I am Leto the Second, R5 most of the time, and now, and conqueror of a throne for Server War. Uh, of the Landsrat on server 1964 in Ebony, The King's Return. I'm certain I forgot something, but I love you. Peace.